Most entrepreneurs obsess over execution speed and productivity. They want to launch faster and accomplish more. But when reality hits a wall, sheer speed suddenly doesn't matter as much. We have to look at how businesses actually grow. It is never a straight upward line. Setbacks like failed product launches or unexpected customer complaints are inevitable, creating a dip in progress. But high-performing companies take a very different path. Look at the horizontal axis here. The defining difference between a company that stalls and one that thrives isn't whether they experience a drop. It is entirely about how long they stay stuck in that drop. To minimize that horizontal distance, you need a systematic way to shift from dwelling on a problem to actually solving it. We call this the 24-hour rapid recovery plan. To build this habit, grab a physical pen and paper right now. Think of one recent real-world business setback you are currently facing, and we will work through it together. Prolonged recovery is a choice. Sitting in a problem drains your team's energy and kills momentum. Using a structured recovery framework is how you ensure your business survives those inevitable dips. Step 1 of the framework is to isolate the setback. At the top of your page, write down exactly what went wrong. Keep it specific. For example, setback. Ad campaign ROI dropped by 40%. The goal here is to treat this event as a raw data point. It is simply information. It is not a reflection of your personal abilities or a permanent failure. The moment a setback occurs, it is highly tempting to fall into the blame trap. This is the natural instinct to point the finger at a supplier, an unpredictable algorithm, or poor market conditions. The problem is that dwelling in the blame trap completely paralyzes your organization. It signals to your team that the situation is out of their control, which tanks morale and wastes valuable time. That brings us to step 2, applying the no-blame filter to the setback you are down. Compare these two statements. Writing, "Facebook's algorithm is terrible," is an emotional response based on blame. Writing, "Our current creative is no longer converting," is a neutral, objective fact. Spending weeks complaining about external platforms you do not control is a surefire way to hand over your competitive advantage to someone else. You have to strip away the emotional blame. This is a mandatory filter because it is the only way to convert a frustrating failure into usable business data. Now that we have a clean, neutral fact, we move to step 3, extract the lesson. You need to interrogate the data point you just created, identify one clear takeaway, and pair it with a process adjustment. For our example, the lesson is, we are too reliant on a single ad format. The adjustment is that we need to diversify our creatives. Beyond fixing the immediate issue, this creates a secondary leadership benefit. When management calmly treats a challenge as a learning event, employees feel secure and gain confidence in the process. With the lesson extracted, we reach the final phase. Step 4 is defining the 24-hour action. This is where many operators stumble into action paralysis. They try to resolve the entire crisis at once by assigning a massive, multi-week overhaul project as the very next step. We avoid paralysis using a strict constraint. Your action must be small, specific, and completable before this time tomorrow. Write out that bite-sized step. Our target? Brief the design team on 3 new ad variations by 3 p.m. today. Completing this single micro-task proves to your team that the business is no longer stalled. It instantly resumes your forward progress. By stopping the search for who caused the problem and instead asking what exact action moves the business forward today, you create true organizational resilience. You now have a complete rapid recovery plan. You just took a messy, frustrating failure, neutralized it, and documented a clear path forward. The setbacks themselves are going to happen regardless of what you do, but the time you spend recovering from them is entirely within your control. Over the course of a year, this habit compounds. A business that recovers from problems in days rather than weeks will generate an insurmountable lead over competitors who get bogged down by the exact same challenges. Take a look at the action step you wrote down earlier. Your 24-hour execution window has officially started. True market dominance doesn't belong to the companies that never fail. It belongs to the ones that master the absolute speed of their recovery.